My name is Wil Boren. I am the chairman of the board of Humanity and Hope. I've been involved with the organization for about 10 years. The last 3 as a chairman, prior to that about 2 years as a regular board member. And I am here this week with my family. We were able to do a home visit during this trip, which is probably one of the favorite things we do, because you get to listen to the people of the community. You get to hear where they were in the past and actually how their lives have been transformed. And we talked to a lady named Carla and her husband Dennis, who had 6 kids. And Carla's involved in our chicken business, and Dennis actually sells meat to butcher shops in El Progreso, a community near their village. And what we found was, prior to the involvement with H&H, prior to this even Sustainable Hope, it was just trying to survive every day. You would ask someone like Carla, what are your hopes? What are your dreams? And it would just be a blank stare. Her thought is, where's my next meal? How do I have shelter for my family? It is very short-term thinking. So we actually go into her community. We develop a business for her to be a part of. She actually gets wages from that business, enough to actually support a loan to acquire a home that we actually help build and pay for. And to hear her story about where she was and where she is today was really transformative to me. Hearing that she just moved into her house 2 weeks ago, and prior to that she'd been living in the shack, which we actually saw just behind her house, that every single night she was worried that her children would be bitten by snakes, by rodents, that they were not safe. When it rained, she had tremendous fear, because their roof would either come in or they'd actually have water penetrate their house in the middle of the night if they're sleeping. In fact, one of the greatest parts of the story is that when Carla moved into her new home that was supported by herself, that she paid for, that she's building based on the job that she was created within Humanity and Hope's structure of sustainability, her first night it actually rained. And she said she slept better than she's ever slept in her entire life, because she knew she was safe. She knew that her kids were safe. And that's all because of the hope that was provided through this organization. So Humanity and Hope became important to me when I've actually been on a number of mission trips in my life. And I was really drawn to H&H because it was all about sustainability. So I think it's easy for anyone to determine what someone else needs. We can look at a situation and say, oh, this person needs a TV, this person needs food. I'm gonna make sure that I go in there and I provide all these things that I think this person needs. The best way to really drive hope, the best way to drive sustainability, is to listen. So what we do very well is we go into these communities, we talk to the elders of the communities, we talk to many members of the communities, and we just ask. We ask questions like, what would your life look like with more opportunity? What would your life look like with these options? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? And we build our model around what they say, not what we say, but what they say. And I think that's maybe the secret sauce of the organization. And so every single year we have a trip, a family trip. This is our 3rd trip. We started in 2020. It's just to pull away from the day-to-day draw that we experience in our American daily life. You can't experience that like you can here. You are truly detached from the obstacles that distract you from thinking about what's most important to your soul, to your existence. Humanity and Hope talks about the birth lottery, the fact that we don't choose where we were born, but what do we do with the fact of where we're born and how we actually give back to the world. And this is our obligation. When we see the fact that we have so much and we're so blessed with so many things, how do we feel obligated to actually give back and support those that don't? You can watch videos, you can hear what I say, you can look at pictures, but there's nothing more life-changing than making your own visit to Honduras, to actually go into these communities that we serve and see it for yourself. But I would encourage anyone who'd be interested in this trip to look at our website, find out when trips are upcoming, and immediately contact us to get your name on a list to make this happen. It'll be life-changing, I promise.